Good day, good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm JB, and uh, I will restart my Bible reading. And it's not actually maybe someone can call this Bible study, but I'm just actually reading the Bible to build relationship with God and to talk to God. Because I cannot build relationship with anyone else if I'm not talking to them. And this time I'm going to talk to God because I really want to get close to God and I really want to know God as well. So, if you can see on my previous uploads on this YouTube channel, my second YouTube channel, you can see that I've tried to read it multiple times uh, on Genesis chapter 1. I think I tried it three times already. The reason why I'm reading it back once again is because I've found out and I've listened to one of Johnny's member only video or members only video. I found out that King James version is different from uh, the New King James version. Uh, let me check. Let me check if I can show it to you. So before I was reading, the first one is the New International Version or NIV. I found out that that's not the accurate or the more closer. How can I say it? Is it more or much closer? The one that is much closer to the original uh, text in the Bible. Then I tried New King Version. I thought that this is the one that John is referring to. Then I found out on the latest video that I've watched that it's actually King James Version, not the New King James Version. So let's just look for it. Actually, we were already there. This one. Let me just check. Oh yeah, it's already selected. Okay, so if it's already selected, so then we can start. So that's the only reason why I'm reading it back. And actually, I'm not bored on reading Genesis 1. I didn't get I didn't get bored. I never got bored since I started reading it and upload. Since I started reading it then reading it and recording it. Not then. Sorry, I do apologize. Sometimes you can hear some broken English, so I do apologize. I'm still practicing, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, let's start with Genesis 1. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, King James Version. Okay. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." Again, I'm not 100% sure if I can recall or if I know the word firmament, but means I believe I've heard Johnny explaining it. It's actually middle. But let's try to check the meaning of firmament. Firmament. So at least we're learning at the same time, both you and I. Yes, I don't want to understand. I don't want to pretend I know the words that I actually didn't know, even though I've tried. If I can recall it correctly, I tried to check the meaning of it, but I think I forgot. Okay, the heavens or the sky, especially when regarded as a tangible thing. Thunder shakes the firmament. Thunder shakes the sky. Actually, Johnny explained that it's not actually heaven, it's sky. Or in the original text in Hebrew Aramaic, it's it doesn't says it doesn't say sorry it doesn't say it's heaven, but it is sky. I forgot the word, or I can't recall if he mentioned the word exactly, but he just explained it on his video, and that's why that's what I know so far. Okay, so that's verse 6 of chapter 1. Let's just read it once more. And God said, let there be a firmament. All right, if we will translate it, and God said, let there be sky in the midst of the water. So at least we're not trying to understand it. We're just reading it to build relationship with God. But so we know that what we are reading, right? But anyways, if we can't understand it in the first read, it's fine. Eventually, once we're reading the Bible over and over again, eventually God will allow us to understand the meaning of some verses if it's hard for us to understand it in the first time, on the first time. Again, sorry, I do apologize. Let's read chapter 1, verse 6 of Genesis. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the water, and let it divide the water, or the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Right. Verse 8. And God called the firmament heaven. All right. If you can see here, it's if someone says, or if someone translate firmament as heaven, it doesn't make sense here, right? On verse 8. Because if you read, or if you read the verse, it says, and God called the firmament heaven. So if the actual translation or meaning of firmament is sky or heaven, it's redundant if it's heaven, right? And God called the heaven heaven, right? Or does it make sense if the actual English translation of this is, and God called the sky heaven? But anyways, uh, I'm to be honest with you, I'm not that sure. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't read the actual Bible that is written in Hebrew Aramaic or Coney Greek. So let's just leave it as it is, and let's just continue reading. And God called the firmament heaven. Let me just enunciate it correctly. Sometimes I'm so stubborn enunciating the words. So let's just once more. I do apologize if I'm redundant. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. From this moment on, I will try to enunciate the words properly, so it it will not sound like I'm eating the words. Okay. Or I'm just trying hard to have a slang. So, yeah. Chapter 1, verse 9. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. Okay. So this is this is just an example of why people uh, is not into King James version. Um, what is the actual King James version? So we're at verse 9. This no, that's actually verse 10, chapter 1 of verse 10. This part actually, and this is just one example. There's a lot of example. Probably we will be able to go through it and view one example or one or two or more examples. But if you can see here, and God called the earth, and God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he seas. If my understanding is correctly, then he called it, and then he called the gathering of together of the waters seas. So it's just the he is placed differently, but probably because King James version is the actual translation that is really close or the closest one to the original Hebrew Aramaic or Koine Greek, uh, which are the texts that originally used when the Bible was written. Okay, verse 11. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit, and after his kind." Let me just read it because I think I've read it incorrectly. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth," and it was so. All right. But before we mo- move on, let me just check the meaning of the word forth, just to make sure. Because again, I do apologize. English is my second language, but I'm into, or yeah, I'm interested in learning the language, or how to speak the language. So that's the reason why I'm reading the English version and King James version. I keep mentioning New King James. Sorry, the best, according to Johnny, the best version to read or to start reading the Bible is King James version. I was about to say New King James version. Sorry. Out from a starting point and forward or into view. The plants will blush out, putting forth flesh shoots. So starting point, out from a starting point. Okay, and forward and forward. Out from a starting point and forward or into view. Let's see the similar meaning. Onward in time. From that day forth, he gave me endless breath. Okay, so it could be a starting point and forward or onward in time. Okay, so let's just read it again. Because we understand the meaning of the word forth now. Okay. So this is actually a great idea if we can just try to highlight the verses where we are reading from. Okay. And the earth brought and the earth sorry and the earth brought forth gas and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Okay, we're on the actual third day. Actually, seems that it's not natural if I keep on highlighting the actual verses. But let me just continue reading, and then uh, I will not pause every now and then. I will I'll try my best to not pause and read it just synonymously, not synonymously, simultaneously, not simultaneously, seamlessly. Probably that's the word that I'm looking. So verse 14. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for season, sorry, for seasons, and for seasons." All right, sorry, I'm coaching myself right now. Let me just read it back to you guys. Verse 14. And God said, "Let there be light in the firmament of the." Yeah, I stopped. Sorry. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years." There you go. "And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. What I think I can understand it, the deeper meaning of this. Maybe it's not too deep. Maybe it's just deep because uh, this is my second language, but I think it's referring to the sun and to the moon, and then the stars as well. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, but we're just reading it and we're just accepting all the words, right? So the reason why I'm just happy that it is making sense somehow, even though I'm not trying to understand it. And I think God is allowing me to really understand the meaning of it. And this is actually the fourth or fifth time that I've read Genesis, the Genesis from one to the last verse, and some verses are really making sense to me now. So if you don't understand the actual verse in the first, second, or third, or multiple attempts, don't be frustrated. Just wait for the right time. Just be just be excited that you are reading the Bible. That's what actually happening with me right now. If you can hear my voice, some if you can hear my voice, you'll get it. So where are we? Oh, we're now at 17, right? But just to make sure, let me read 16 again. All right. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. Oh, yeah. And God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth. Now I'm getting used to the word firmament. I'm getting used to it now. Sorry, I'm just excited. I'm like a child learning new things, and so happy that I really understand the things that I've learned, the new things that I've learned. I'm so talkative, right? So sorry. Verse 18. And to rule over the sorry, just removing my hair, covering the mic. Not pretty sure if it's affecting the audio quality, the audio quality. So probably later we will figure it out once we listen to the recordings. Verse 18. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. All right, we're on the fourth day already. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly," or forth it means starting point, or uh, What is the other meaning? Onward in time. From that day forth, he gave me endless friendship. Okay. From that day, gave me endless, something like that. Out from a starting point and forward or into view. The plants will blush out, putting forth flesh shoots. So it's like foreshadowing some. I think that's actually this is out, outside, away, off, ahead, forward. So it depends probably on the structure of the sentence. Onward, onwards, on, forward, forward, forever. So probably this is the actual similar meaning based on the sentence. So where are we? Uh, verse 20. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life. All right. Second example why people is having hard time reading King James version because of this kind of words. Hath. Let's check the meaning of hath. Hath meaning. Archaic. Third person singular present of have. All right. Okay. Present form of have. Oh no. The alarm went on. Just turn it off. Hopefully, the the mic didn't catch it. But anyways, hat is a singular present form of have. Yeah. So third person singular present of have. Ah yeah, third person. Okay, third person. All right, got it, got it. Okay, got it. Let's try to read it again. So he's talking to not he's talking to, he's talking about third person. There you go. So verse 20. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life. Yeah, third person of have. Okay, got it. Making sense. Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm learning English again. All right. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in open firmament of heaven. All right, let's just read it one more time. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. Okay? And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth. Alright, again. We will learn this, guys. While accepting the word, we will also learn. So two birds by one stone. Alright, move with me. Okay, so it's archaic. Move it is an archaic word that is the third person singular simple present in indicative of indicative indicative of the word move. For example, in the King James Bible, move it can mean to change residence, such as when people move from one house, town, or state to another. Alright, alright, alrighty. Learning new words here. Move it means from the example is to change residence, such as when people move from one house, town, or state to another. All right, got it. Okay. Verse 21. And God created whales, sorry, and God created great whales and let me just read it once more. And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, 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 which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Let me just read it back to you guys. And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. All right, let me just check here. Okay, if you can see, or if you can hear earlier, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Pronunciation. Let's just listen to it. Oh no, I'm wearing my headset. Anyways, but I'm wearing my headset. So it means I cannot hear what you're hearing if I play it. Let me just check if I can put on, attach my speaker. So just to make sure that I'm hearing what you're hearing. Oh no, I cannot see the port. It's actually 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's still dark. Let me just, yeah, there you go. So let's play it.
Moveth,
Ayo.
moveth,
Oh.
moveth,
Moveth. So that's the right.
moveth,
Moveth. Moveth. So that's the right.
moveth.
Moveth. So that's the right pronunciation. Moveth. All right. Okay. Learning new things. So I can't remember it correctly. So let's start reading again from 21. Verse 21. And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. I think I've read it seamlessly. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply and fill the waters in the seas. I think it should have vibration here. Seas. All right, let me just read it once again. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beasts of the earth after his kind, and it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth. All right, I think I'm misreading it. Sorry. Verse 26, chapter 1, verse 26. 126. Let me just let the track pass. There you go. Okay. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping uh, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. I will not be a burden to you. I will not read it once more. You can just read it. I will not read it again. So verse 27. God created man in God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Another example. So it's like God created the man look like him. He, him. Alright, verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he, him. Created the man, him. Alright. So God created man is so God created the man. Let me read it back to you. So God created man in ha la 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 la. I'm twisting. It's not actually hard to read. I'm just not reading it correctly. Anyways, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Oh, I misunderstood it. Okay, now I get it. It's actually he, God, and then him, the creation, male and female created he, created by God. They are created by he, by God. All right. Okay. So God created man is his. I always mispronouncing in after man. All right. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat, probably for food. But let me just read it once more. 129. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. Okay. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. Let me just read it back to you. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. All right. So Genesis chapter 1, verse 1 to verse 31. All right. And we still have a lot of time. And I'm still very enthusiastic reading chapter 2. So we'll just click this. And there you go. Voila. King James Version, Genesis chapter 2. All right. Let's just remove this ad. Okay. So let's go. 1 chapter 2. Chapter 2 verse 1. Sorry. It's confusing when I say it, right? I know. But no worries. Eventually we'll get used to it, and we will get better. We will get better reading the Bible, and sooner or later we will be able to understand it. Keep saying it. I keep on repeating myself. Anyway, let's go on. Let's proceed. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he has. All right, this is kind of good, so I want to read it close to okay. Close to okay. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. Sorry. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. The Lord, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. Let me just read it once more. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist. Okay, before I continue, let me just. Oh no, it's just mist, right? It's just mist. Or in Filipino language, hamog, right? Fog. Oh yeah, fog, like a fog. A cloud of tiny water droplets suspended in the atmosphere. Yeah, fog. Okay, okay, got it. I'm anticipating a harder meaning from a simple, or from the words that I actually know the meaning of. uh, 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 what is the word that came to my mind? I'm assuming things. So I do apologize, Jesus, Lord, Lord God, I do apologize for assuming things. Okay. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed a man. There's no A. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man from he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that it is pleasant to the sight, and good for food. The tree of life is also, there's no this, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now I truly understand the word meats, because I get it when it says here meat of the garden, it's in the middle of the garden. And the tree of knowledge of good and evil can be found. All right. So let's just read chapter 2 verse 9 again. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight, to the again, sorry. The and the is kind of different on meaning. Same spelling, but there's a deeper meaning of it. If I can recall it correctly, the is like empathic the, and the is the actual the. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Chapter 2, verse 9. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay. And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and become into four heads. I think thence and hence is actually on the same meaning. It's actually synonymous to one another, but let's go. Thence.
thence,
Thence. All right. Thence.
thence,
Okay. Form a play. Sorry. From. Form. Sorry. Ooh, why am I reading it incorrect? From a place or source previously mentioned. Yeah, like hence. Like hence. Similar with hence, but let's just double check. Let's just double check. As a consequence for his reason. This is in the future. This is the synonym. This is a synonym. Similar. In the future, use after a period of time, 2 years since this might a steep risk and hence a high wage. Okay, got it now. This is the actual meaning that we're looking for. Studying maps. They intended to cycle into. Sorry, they intended to cycle on into French and thence home by a village from a place or source previously mentioned as a consequence. So same as hence as a consequence. And the river went out of Eden to the water. Why? There's no the in the middle of it, in the midst of two and water. I'm using midst in a sentence. And the river went out of Eden to water the garden. And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and become into four heads. And became, not become. You're misreading it. Sorry. And the river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into four heads. Into four heads. Sorry. Not forehead or forehead. Into four heads. Sorry. The name of the first is Pison. Alright. On this one, I will not try to correct myself here because I really don't know how to pronounce it. I'll just read it. The name of the first is Pison, that is which compassed. So compassed. Probably a past tense. Compassed. Alright, compassed. But I don't want to pretend that I know the pronunciation of this pronunciation and also the meaning. Let's not pretend. Let me not pretend. I'll not pretend. Oh my goodness. The word compassate has multiple meanings, including to surround, to encircle, enclose, or grasp something. For example, now now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. To grasp, to enclose, to encircle. Alright. It's like to embrace, right? To get a hold of. I'm not sure if that's the meaning of it, but that's for now. For the meantime, that's how I understand it. To the ground, to go around, to walk or go around something. For example, ye shall compass the city. He shall walk the. He shall walk around the city. And the seventh day, ye shall compass the city 7 times, and he shall walk around the city 7 times. To besiege, to block up. Oh my goodness, beluga, or surround something. For example, thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and compass thee around, and keep thee in on every side. to obtain. So there's a lot of meaning. To attain, procure, or accomplish something. For example, if I can check my earring, sorry, if I can check my earring, love, I will. If not, to compass her, I'll use my skill to go around her. To compass her. Ooh. So it will depend on the actual full sentence. The meaning will depend on the actual full sentence. To purpose. To purpose. To intend, imagine, plot, or contrive something. For example, to compass the earth of the king. To imagine, to plot the earth. Sorry, to compass the death. Not, oh, I misread it. To compass the death of the king. To imagine, to intend. Oh, to imagine, to plot, or to contrive something. Okay, sorry. But we still have one more task to do.
Compasseth. Compasseth.
Compasseth. Compasseth. All right. Now we can read it. The name of the first is Pison, that is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. There is Dilium. Silent B? Silent is this silent B? For the meantime, for the time being, I'll read it as Dilium. Dilium. Alright. And the gold of that land is good. There is Dilium and the onyx stone. Oh, this is where Johnny. This is when Johnny said that you can find a lot of different. Okay, I will not put words into Johnny's mouth. Let's just read chapter 2, verse 12. Sorry, chapter 2, verse 12. Or let's start on 11. The name of the first is Pison, that is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. There is Dilium and the onyx, and the onyx stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compasseth the whole land of Ethiopia. Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel, that is which goeth toward the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates. Goeth. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Don't tell me you didn't see that coming. Archaic third person singular. So if it's now, I will not assume, but for the meantime, what I understand when there is et or eth, it is always referring, or it is always being presented as the third person. Okay. Probably the pronunciation is goeth.
Goeth.
Goeth. Ah, goeth. Goeth. The H, goeth. Oh my goodness, where are we? Verse 14, right? Okay, verse 14. Let's read it once more. And the name of the, and the name of the third and the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is which what? Where's it? Okay. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. That is it which goeth toward. Okay, I cannot read it seamlessly. Take a deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Chapter 2, verse 14. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel, that it is which goeth toward the east of Assyria, and the fourth river is Euphrates. Okay. And the Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. So to dress it means probably to take care of it, to attend to it. Okay. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. So thou, third person. Oh, no, no. I don't want to assume it. Mayest, may probably third person, and may, you may eat freely, something like that. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do. If actually it's favorable for you, oh my goodness, what have I done? What have I done? It's actually favorable, favorable for you as well. If you know thou, archaic or detailed form, archaic or dialect form of you, thou. You shall not, yeah, thou shall not. Ah, okay. Why did I forget that? It's easy to understand. Now mayest. Now mayest. Oh no. I do apologize. Cell phone. I I bumped the cell phone and it dropped. Second person singular present of may. Oh, if it's ETH, ETH, it's third person, and if it's EST, second person singular present of may. Okay, may. All right. Sorry, I yawn. I yawn. Sorry. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest. Oh, we forgot to check.
Mayest.
Mayest. Mayest, not mayeth. What am I doing? What am I doing? All right. Chapter 2, verse 16. And the Lord God commanded man, and the Lord God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. You may freely eat. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou oh my goodness, the pronunciation of this. Yes, eatus, yes. Alright. They that key version is hard to read or hard to understand, but we will find ways. We will find ways. Pronounce it. Let me just check how to pronounce it first before understanding the meaning. Pronunciation. Actually, before someone taught me this because I used to pronounce pronunciation, but I think it's Richard from Unisys, one of our trainer, native speaker trainer. When I say native speaker, it means a native English speaker, which means his or her first language is English. So he told me it's not pronunciation, it's pronunciation. So I learned something back then on that specific day. So here we go. Here we go.
Eatest.
Oh, Edis.
Eatest.
Edis. It's like th, a hard th.
Eatest.
Edis, something like that. Edis. There's no h here,
Eatest.
but it's not pronounced eatus. So
Eatest.
so yeah, you understand me now, right? Earlier I was trying to pronounce it Etis, right? But the actual pronunciation, or the actual pronunciation is with H. Edis. Edis.
Edist.
Edis. Edis. All right. Edis. Okay. Now we can read it seamlessly now, or much easier. Okay. Chapter 2, verse 17. Let me just scroll this one up. Oh, sorry. This one up. I don't want to see the advertisement there. But of the, but of the, but of the, but of the tree of the knowledge, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it. Thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. Thou shalt is a ah. If it's th, all right. Let's see if we understand it. All right. My answer to my question is this is a third person. He's talking about third person. He's saying it as he's referring to a third person. All right. So let's see. Let's see. The pronunciation of it, that's easy, but the meaning. Oh, second person singular. Oh my goodness. Second person. So I'm wrong. I thought it was third person. Second person singular. Oh, shall. Okay. So where are we? Thou shalt. Thou shalt. Oh wait. Shall. Yeah. 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 Okay. All right. Let's read it again. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. Thou shalt surely die. Second person. You will die. Surely. Certain. I'm certain of it. So it's like God's saying it. I'm certain if you eat fruit from the knowledge, from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you will certainly die. So yeah. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help meet for him. All right. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help meet for him. Hang time. No, actually, I think I got the meaning of it. I think I am assuming I understand it. So, just for context or just for reference, let me try to debunk this. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. It means I should get him someone. This it, it's not it's it is much better if he has someone, something like that. And then I will create someone for her. Sorry, someone for him. So let me just read it once more. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help meet for him. Meet. To see him, to attend him. Okay. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. So that's chapter 219. 219. Okay. But anyways, I'm not into memorizing chapter and verses yet. I just want to read it out. Trying, I'm accepting the words and then trying to understand it at the same time. But if I cannot understand it, I'll leave it there. Eventually, God will allow me to. So, 2 verse 20, Genesis chapter 2 verse 20. And Adam gave name to a cattle and to the fowl of the air and to and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him. Oh, I thought it's referring to a woman already. So that's the reason you don't assume. Alright. So he's referring to a living creature here. Okay, got it. And the Lord God said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an help meet for him." And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave name another and Adam and Adam. And Adam gave names to all cattle and to the fowl of the air and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh, really? Filipinoism? Flesh, and close up the flesh instead thereof. So if I think I get it. So God make Adam's fall asleep, or yeah, fall asleep, and when he is sleeping already, or he's sleeping already, and he took one of Adam's ribs, and then heal heal it, or heal the wounds. All right. So chapter 2 verse 22nd. And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman and brought her unto the man. All right. So the woman was created from the rib of a man. And Adam said, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be of one flesh." There's no of. And they shall be one flesh. So let me read it once more. "Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed." Ooh. So that is chapter 2, Genesis chapter 2, verse 1 up to verse 25 or 25. Now, actually, I'm still enthusiastic enough to read one more verse or chapter. So let's go ahead. Chapter 3 of Genesis. New King. No, not New King. King James Version. Why? Why am I referring New King James Version? This is King James Version, guys. King James Version. We are reading King James Version, as referred to us by Johnny Chang, our pastor. All right. Chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle. Okay, before we proceed, you know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do. Subtil is an archaic. Subtil is an archaic spelling of the word subtle. How about the pronunciation though? Subtle means silently or discreetly presented or being subscriptly, or no, let's just read it. Subtle means something is difficult to describe or explain because it is faint or delicate in quality. For example, you might describe a fragrance as subtle, fine, delicate, thin, not dense or gross. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead to the pronunciation of subtle. Subtle or subtle? Subtle pronunciation.
Subtle.
Oh, subtle.
Subtle.
Okay. Because subtle, silent B. Subtle, silent B. That's subtle. Subtle. But this one, it's a hard B. Subtle. Okay, got it. Thank you. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the. All right, I'm not reading it correctly. Now the serpent was more subtle mm. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said unto the woman, Ye hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Ye had God said. He God had said, Ye shall not, he shall, you, you. So this probably a second present tense or third person singular or second person singular. But I'm guessing. So it means I really don't understand it yet. So I'm guessing and I'm not really understanding it yet. See what I did there? Earlier, I was reading it in Filipino accent, and then I tried to switch Native American accent, even though my pronunciation and my enunciation is incorrect. Yeah, I know. Please bear with me. I'll get used to it someday. Let me just read it once more. Chapter 3, verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord God has made. And he said unto the woman, Ye hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of fruit. All right, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which in the midst of the garden, God hath said, or God has said, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it. You shall not eat of it. Neither you touch it. Neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. Or else he die. Lest, is it or else? Is it or else? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do? Oh no, not search. Paste. No. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? No, meaning. For fear that, all right. For fear that, that's the meaning of it. Used to say that you do not want something to happen. He was concerned lest anyone think that he was guilty. He was concerned for fear that anyone think that he was guilty. Okay, got it. Is it less or least? Now let's go to the pronunciation. We know the meaning already, but we should be able to say it, right? We should be able to say it.
Lest.
Ooh, what? What am I doing?
Lest.
It's the same pronunciation as lest. Lest. All right. So, verse 3. Chapter 3, verse 3. Genesis. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God had said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die, for fear that you die. Did I get it right? Did I get it right? For fear, alright. For fear that you die. Alright. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doth. Alright, before I continue, I don't want to read it without knowing this word. I want to know this word. So, let me check.
Doth.
Doth. Oh, do. Third person singular present of do. Doth.
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 Doth. Doth.
Doth.
Doth. Okay. Doth. Okay. For God doth know. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So, chapter 3, verse 5, where the serpent deceived the woman. And then the woman saw that the tree was good for food. Let me just read it once more. And the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to this and a tree to be desired to make one's wise. And a tree to be desired to make one wise. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat it. Sorry, did eat. And gave also unto her husband with her. Oh, so if I can imagine it correctly, Adam is with the woman when the serpent was talking to the woman, but I'm just assuming because of the sentence, but let's just read it once more. Verse 6 of chapter 3, Genesis. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eye, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Alright, so they both eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed. Okay, I know the meaning, but I don't know the pronunciation, so I don't want to mispronounce it.
Sewed.
Okay, but the spelling is different, right?
Sewed.
So earlier I was pronouncing it sewed, so it's sewed. All right, let's read it back. And the eyes of them both were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they sewed fig leaf together, and made themselves aprons. And made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of the Lord walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord amongst the tree of the garden. And the Lord God called unto them and said unto him, Where art thou? Where are you? Where art thou? So past, probably singular, singular. Alright, alright. No, but if I search the meaning of art, it will probably. No, let's not assume. Let's see if it can if it can produce a meaning. That's Shakespeare. The expression of application, okay. The various branches of creative activities such yeah, same. Yeah. The various yeah. Subject of study, yeah. A skill of doing, yeah. Same thing. There you go. There you go. Scrolling down helps us there. Dialect, art, dialect, second person singular present of be. Alright, present tense, present, singular present of be. Where be you? Where be you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? If you see, if you understand the context, he is saying, "Where are you?" All right. So let's just read it. Genesis chapter 3, verse 9. And the Lord God called unto Adam and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice. I heard thy voice. Is it thy? Because, yeah, it should be thy. Pronunciation should be thy, right? Thy. Not thy. Hard TH. Thy mean.
Thy,
Thy.
thy,
Thy.
thy,
Thy.
thy.
Thy. And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked and I hid myself. And he said, Who told thee, who told thee that was naked, that you were naked? Who told you that you were naked? And he said, Who told that, sorry. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? Shouldest not eat. So I think I'm getting now what's the actual meaning of some uh, archaic or some dialect here, because I'm getting used to it a bit by bit. So I think I know it what this means, or what's the translation in English. So he said, Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten of the tree? Have you eaten from the tree where I commanded you to not eat? So that's the simplest form. Not 100% accurately, but I think you get the gist of it, right? Why am I explaining it to you? We're just reading, right? Okay. And he said, Who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee, though that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. Okay. And the Lord God said unto the woman, What is this that thou hast done, that you have done? And the woman said, The serpent beguiled me. The center deceived me. The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle. All right. Because thou hast done this, sorry. Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go. So, because we've read the previous chapter from NIV and NKJV, uh, there's a translation of this already that is in English. But I'm not getting bored on translating or learning the meaning of every third person word. So, but uh, I think it's eating a lot of time. But anyways, it's fine because I have a lot of time. But I'm not really sure if the one listening this audio or yeah this Bible read would have a lot of time. So am I doing it for you? Am I doing it for myself? Actually, I am doing it for myself. But if it could help you, that's actually good as well, right? So yeah, let me just read it. And I'm not into it. Let us just put it this way. I'm not that too enthusiastic enough to translate it or to know the meaning as of this moment. Earlier I was, but I'm just being honest. I'm getting tired of it already. And probably you are tired of me trying to get the meaning of every third person dialect, right? So let's just read it. Sorry, I do apologize. Explaining things. Chapter 3, chapter 3, verse 14. And the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. All right. And I will put enmity between thee, and I will put enmity between thee of the woman, and between the seed of her seed. It shall bruise thee head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Enmity is like confrontation. I believe we've checked the meaning of it before on my very first video, or probably on the second video, if I can recall it correctly. It's like a war, or a confrontation, or controversy, something near. Probably in the future we'll be able to get the meaning of it once more. But actually, you know what? This is the reason why you should not trust the heart of man, because it keeps on changing. No, so don't trust me, just read the words. All right. Enmity, the state of feeling of being actively opposed. That's the word that I'm looking for. Opposed or hostile to someone or something. All right. So the woman will actively, or God put opposition between the woman and the snake or the serpent. All right. Verse 15, chapter 3 of Genesis. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be on thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Okay, so that is in chapter 3, verse 16. All right, let's proceed. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened, 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 hearkened unto the voice, hearkened. And unto the Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife. So it's like, because you, Adam, listen to your wife. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. So it's like, actually, if I can recall the version of NIV and NKJV, it says, uh, it you will work hard for the rest of your life for you to eat, something like that. Okay, so 16, verse 16 and 17. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. So yeah, these two. These three. Alright, let me just read it. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread. There you go. Till thou return unto the ground, for out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. So when you die, from dust you were created, from dust you will return. To dust you will return. And then Adam called his wife's name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. And to Adam also and to his wife did the Lord God make coats of skin. So they dressed them. And to Adam also and to his wife did the Lord make coats of skin and clothe them. There you go. And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand and take also the tree of life and eat and live forever. So he will not eat. He will not eat, or he will not, lest he will not take. He will not use his hand to take any fruits from the tree of life. He will not eat from any. He will not eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, or the tree of life. And he will not live forever. Yeah, he will not live forever. Not live and live forever. No, it's a continuation. It's a continuation. Now, lest there you go. He will not put his hand or take from the tree of life to eat, and he will not live forever. This one. And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil, and now he will not put his hand and take from the tree of life and eat fruit, nor live forever. Something like that. And now let's put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat and live forever. Let me check. Undo? Can I undo it? Oh my goodness, I cannot undo it. I cannot undo it. Oh my. So you can highlight things here. Okay, good to know. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from when he was taken. All right. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth, forth, forth. Therefore the Lord God sent him. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he sent away from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. Oh, no. Oh, I assume again. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed out the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of tree of life, or to protect the the path to the tree of life, so no one can enter it again. Alright, so can I remove? Oh, I cannot remove it already. But 16, I want to highlight it. Wait, I want to highlight this. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply the sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow that shall bring forth children, and thy desire shall to be thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, Thou shalt not eat of it. Curse in the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. There you go. Okay, so that's actually chapter 3, verse 1 to verse 24. And we're reading King James. See what I did there? I almost say New King James, right? King James Version. And from now on forward, we will only be reading King James Version. Once we've read it, we will read it again multiple times. Uh, I cannot promise, but I will do my best to read every day. Because I will find an hour or two on a day. So I'll be recording or reading the Bible on probably on a different schedule or different time schedule every day, because if I follow one schedule, sometimes I'm working or I'm doing something on that specific time. So it is much better if I'm flexible, as long as I'm reading at least 1 hour, 2 hours a day. For today, I've read for about an hour and 32 minutes, and yeah, uh, I'll just edit this video, add the audio, and then I'll upload it today. It's now 7:11 a.m. Manila time, December 27th. It's been a long time since I last uploaded the video. But anyways, uh, this is my first Bible read of King James Version. And we've started from Genesis chapter 1 to 3. And then we will continue tomorrow. Yeah. I'm JB, and I'll be back soon. I'll be talking to God soon, and probably talking to you, the person on the other side of the spectrum who is listening to this video. God bless, and be safe. I'm out.